Can you feel your twin flames feelings? Short answer, yes and no. Sit tight. I'm going to explain to you why it is a yes and why it is a no and how you can navigate this dynamic in your own journey. And welcome back. I'm Breann, a master certified ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe. And today I want to discuss a very common question that many twin flames ask. And if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're also asking this question yourself. Can I feel my twin flames feelings? And I'm going to provide clarity on what is going on and how you can navigate it and really get entirely clear on what it is that you're experiencing in your journey, because I understand, especially if you have just recently woken up or realized that you have a twin flame and you are trying to unpack this crazy connection. It's nothing like you've ever felt before. It's transcendental and out of this world, and it's going to leave you with sometimes a massive lack of clarity on what do I even do? Where do I go from here? What is this? What's going on here? But you don't worry. I'm going to fill you in on this important topic and dynamic. All right, so let's get back into it. And that is, once again, yes and no when it comes to feeling your twin flames feelings. And let's first talk about why it is a yes. And that being is that, well, of course, you and your twin flame are one. You're one consciousness that is in two bodies. And so naturally, because you share a consciousness, you are going to be very sensitive to one another's energies. And even so, when you are together physically, those energies are really amplified. I'm sure you've experienced that yourself already. Oftentimes people describe it as an intensity that they're experiencing in their union. And so yes, you absolutely will feel one another. That's very normal, very natural. You don't have to feel excited and ungrounded and maybe if you feel fearful about it or anything of that nature. It's very normal and natural to feel your twin flame, even more so than you've ever maybe felt another romantic partner. It's like on a whole other level. So it's very normal, all right? And so yes, you will feel your twin flame. You will feel, sometimes how they're doing. You're going to intuitively know that. And let's look at the no, all right? And this can get a little bit sticky. So we are a feeling being, right? We navigate our reality through our feelings, and we also use logic. Logic is a beautiful and a divine thing, but this journey is about harmonizing your heart and your mind, all right? And so in you following your heart and you feeling your feelings, any feelings that come to you, and I'll just give you an example here. I seen someone talking the other day and they were saying how they were feeling sadness in their heart, some sadness and anxiety, and they were asking if that was their twin flame. And even more so, they were saying that they pretty much felt it was their twin flame, and the message there was they felt that their twin flame missed them, all right? And as they felt through that feeling of sadness and anxiety, they then felt better, all right? They found peace, they found relief, all right? And so your feelings are your feelings, all right? And so if you are feeling a sadness, or you're feeling a fear or an anxiety, or you're feeling happiness and joy, know that those are your feelings. And I'm going to unpack this as best as I can so you can get clear on whose is what, okay? So for example, in my Harmonious Union, let's say I am moving through an upset, and maybe I'm angry or upset or uncomfortable. I'm just not really myself, right? My twin flame can pick up on very easily if I'm not feeling myself, if I'm kind of out of sorts and I'm moving through something. But what that doesn't do is it doesn't create an upset in my twin flame, all right? My twin flame can sense intuitively that I'm having an upset, that I'm moving through something. but my twin flame's not upset. My twin flame is peaceful and still and stable, right? Whereas a complete opposite, sometimes my twin flame is moving through something and I can sense it. Now I'm not upset. I don't have it's not a sadness. It's a peaceful feeling, but I can sense that my twin flame is moving through something. And sometimes even too, you become very sensitive to this, to where you can, of course, if you're physically together and you have, that open dialogue and communication, sometimes you'll sense something that your twin flame's not even aware of yet, right? That's the power of your twin flame union, is that you can really help each other in navigating these energies and, showing one another where there's something to heal in your shared consciousness. So the key word here, or key kind of thing what I'm speaking to, is that regardless of who's moving through the upset, the other one is oftentimes in a state of peace, and they can just intuitively feel that the other's moving through something, but all in all, they feel peaceful. And so this is how you determine as to if it's your feeling or your twin flame's feeling, is that, let's say you're feeling an upset or you're feeling sadness. We'll go back to the example that I was using in the beginning. Say you're feeling sadness right now, all right? And you're feeling like your twin flame, like you're feeling them, and it's them that's feeling the sadness. Well, one quick way that you can get clear on whose it is just feel through it, right? Like if you feel through it and you love yourself, and when I say feel through it, it just means be present with it, right? We all know how to feel our feelings, and if you don't, it's actually as simple as breathing, right? That's very natural. We don't even think about breathing, and you're probably thinking about breathing now because I just mentioned it. But generally, we don't think about breathing. It's just happening naturally in the background, and that's the same as our feelings. It's just happening naturally in the background, but you want to be present with it. You want to bring it to the forefront, okay? And that presence and feeling through that feeling of sadness, if you find that as you process it, you feel peaceful and you feel good, then that means it was your feeling. It was something in your heart that needed to be moved through. Whereas let's say you're feeling good, right? Going on about your day, but you feel like, it's a little something off over there. I don't know exactly what's going on, but there's something, right? And you're just with that feeling and you just find that it's maybe not really budging, then yeah, it's probably your twin flame is moving through something. And if you feel peaceful, remain in your peace. Stay in that good feeling. You never need to leave it, right? The core of your harmonious twin flame union is peace. It's not intensity. It's not excitement. It's not fear. It's not any of those things. It's peace. It's stillness. It's joy. It's happiness. And so remain in that state of joy and happiness, and just having compassion and knowing that your twin flame, they're moving through something. They're processing an upset. They're maybe moving through a challenge. Love them. Have compassion for them. All right? And know that if you are having feelings, know that they are yours. And that is your responsibility to move through those. And you can visualize like twin flame unions as here in America, we have like ping pong ball. And I don't know if this is something that's all over the world, but I know it's a kind of a common game that people play in America. And it's where you stand on each one, or two people stand on each end of a table, right? And there's like a little netting in between, and you got paddles, and you bounce the ping pong ball back and forth. And if you bounce it to the other side and the other person doesn't hit it in time, well, then you get some points, something like that. I'm not an expert in this, but it goes something like that. But for the video's sake, your twin flame union is essentially like you're bouncing that ping pong ball back and forth. Like, sometimes you're going to have the upset. Sometimes they're going to have the upset. And it's a constant kind of just a back and forth. And so this is going to help you get clear on whose feeling is whose feeling. And that is, if you're feeling happy and good within yourself, just relax and let your twin flame process what, and if you're together, support them through it. Say, hey, I think maybe you got a feeling here. I'm feeling something, right? Be gentle and loving about it. Or if it's you that's moving through it, be gentle and loving with yourself and knowing that you're simply processing something and it's divine, it's beautiful. And as you process those feelings, you're going to feel relief and clarity on the other side. All right, so very in depth on how you can get clear as to who is feeling what, if it's yours, if it's not yours, and just choose to take responsibility for your feelings, because that's really the only thing that we have power or control over, is how we feel. We can't take our twin flames upsets and take it away from them and move through it ourselves. Like, you can have compassion for them, but ultimately they've got to move through it themselves, and vice versa. Like, whatever's in your when the ball's in your court, that is for you to move through. But also knowing that when either one of you is moving through an upset, you're doing it for your consciousness as a whole, and that is your teamwork, your togetherness in that, which brings you deeper and closer into your romance. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.